My name is Alistair McConaughey and I am a director at A Force for Good, which is Scotland's premier pro-UK campaigning organisation. And what I want to talk about today is something that's been on quite a lot of our minds recently, and that is, why does the Scottish nationalist group, all under one banner, why do they lie about the figures that they come up with at their marches? Because many of you will know that our organisation, A Force for Good, we have our thin red line at these marches. We're standing strong for the union. We're flying the Union Jack. We are talking about Glasgow being a union city. We are making a stand for Great Britain, because if we didn't do it, nobody would do it. And what would happen is that these marches would happen and everybody would forget, quite frankly, that the union even existed. So we're providing a valuable function in standing there. But that aside, we're also counting these marchers, and we count them in a variety of ways. Now, they had a march there, the Scottish Nationalist SNP supporters. They had a march on Saturday just past, which was the 4th of May 2019. And we counted them through two different cameras, one from above, a vantage point which we had, and one from the side as they passed us, where we were situated at the corner of George Square. Now, the count that we did from above, we counted 8,796 people there. And that's a pretty accurate count. Now, if you were to count from the same video, you would probably get a slightly different number, but you would be in that ballpark of 9,000 people at that march. We also counted them as they passed us at street level, at, as I say, the corner of George Square, and they were passing us at a rate of about 90 to 100 a minute. And because of where we were located, it was a choke point just outside the building works at Queen Street Station. So the road narrowed, and as they came out, we could count them. And as I say, 90 to 100 per minute over the course of 91 minutes. So again, that works out at the 9,000 ballpark figure. And that's easy to do. And it's easy for any journalist to do. It's easy for any policeman, if they could be bothered, to do so. Now, so that's the answer. There was 9,000 of them, give or take a few. We counted, as I say, exactly 8,796. However, they came out saying that there was over 100,000 people. Now, for there to be over 100,000 people, they would need to be rocketing out of that choke point at over 1,000 a minute. Now, obviously, the camera doesn't lie, and it shows that there's nowhere near that. It's not even a tenth of that. So they're clearly lying, and they're lying for deliberate purposes, because firstly, they want to make their own supporters feel that they're part of a vast, unstoppable movement. And they also want to make unionists demoralised. They want to make us feel like, 100,000 are marching. How could we ever compete with that? How could we ever even face that? Oh my, the union must be over. Let me tell you something, if there were exactly 100,000 marching on that day, the union is over. Seriously, it's over. If they could get 100,000 people from Scotland in buses and trains and cars to come to Glasgow, and if they actually got 100,000 people, you can forget it, the union is over, I'm telling you right now. But of course they didn't get that. They didn't even get an 11th of that. They got 8,796 people. So they're lying in order to demoralise people on our side who don't know better, and also to encourage people on their side who, again, don't really know any better. And another thing that proves that we're in the right ballpark is they raised £5,568. Now, if there was 100,000 people, they would have raised an awful lot more money than that. But considering that there was really only about 9,000 of them, that's probably what we would expect that they should raise, round about 5,500, which works out about 50 or 60 pence, 67 pence, I think, 62 pence or whatever, per person. That's probably what we would expect for a march of about 9,000. So again, the amount of money that they raised shows that we are correct again, and we are correct. We're not going to be lying to you. We have no interest whatsoever in underestimating their numbers. No interest in underestimating them at all. We want to get an exact figure because we want to know how many of them there are. So here's my concluding message to virtually the entire Scottish media. Stop going along with all under one banners. Lies. Political lies. Stop going along with it. Don't even say, tens of thousands. No, tens of thousands is a lot, and it would have taken a lot longer than 91 minutes to pass us. If it was tens of thousands, it would have taken ages, and the queue would have been miles long. The march would have been miles long. So, Scottish media, do your work. And also to Police Scotland, of whom we have a great deal of respect for. I know that you're not counting these marches correctly. I know you're making some estimation from a helicopter or something. Goodness knows how you're doing it or why you're doing it, but there was not 30 to 35,000 there. I note also that's the figure that you gave for the march last year. So again, you guys, with the greatest respect, please just stand an officer at a choke point, take a few 1-minute averages, and then multiply it by the time that the march takes to pass. And it's easily done, and you'll be in the correct ballpark. And as I say, the ballpark for that march was 9,000. If you want to be specific, it was 8,796. But that's the reality of the matter. And so, folk, please sort that out, and please realise that AUOB is lying to you. A Force for Good, AFFG, we are telling you the truth. Thanks for watching. Please, if you can, contact us at forceforgood.uk, and please like our Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and please follow us also on Instagram. And the address for those sites are UK A Force for Good. Thanks for watching.